Hi, my name is Diana Ramirez. I am from Huntington Park, California. I graduated in 2020, and my major is psychology and my minor is society and genetics. I really like how interdisciplinary this major is. It's really great for those people who are interested in STEM classes and those who are interested in more social science classes. So that was honestly amazing for me. I think that both of these things are really important, and sometimes you don't really get one aspect in a class, So this was a really good way to really combine those interests, especially in research. And it's also just like a very useful, I think, study to like really understand people and how you can better support others. Just specifically Psych 100B. It was kind of a challenging class. It is the first like intro to research methods. It's just a lot to take in when you first take the class. So I kind of struggled with that, but it was really awesome to have so many people that I could reach out to in the department. The TAs were always really helpful. My friends helped, and there's also a PLF session. So, you can always reach out to resources if you're struggling with a certain class. For me, it was a mixture of a few things. I'm pretty involved in residential life, and even though that's not really like psychology oriented, there's so many people there studying a lot of things that, they're pre-med, they're psych majors. Sometimes they're just taking a random GE that I'm taking. So it was really awesome to be in residential life and get, feedback and help from people who were taking a class at the same time as me or had experience in the class or, could help me navigate my schedule for a specific quarter or something. So yeah, that was pretty helpful. It was also just, helpful to keep in contact with people from the advanced academic program, AAP, in my PLF sessions. Yeah. It's a little bit hard right now, just considering everything. I started in March, right when like everything just kind of went into chaos. So there were a lot of hiring freezes, and I was just getting really busy with classes and other involvements I had. So that kind of had to go on pause for a bit. I've started again, and right now I'm really looking at research positions because I'm interested in eventually becoming a professor and doing research. So I'm trying to get more experience in like the statistical side of it because I think that that's the part that a lot of us struggle with the most. So right now I'm like, researching. It's going pretty okay. I'm also doing grad apps, so that's also like taking a huge chunk of time. But I think it's really important in this time to remember that, no matter what the outcomes are for like a job that you really wanted, it's important to put everything into context. This is a pandemic. Things are really hard right now. They're really stressful. But I think one of the best pieces of advice I got was, not to like settle for a job. I did get a few job offers, but I did turn them down because at the end I realized that it was an investment I was making too. That like this, hiring committee was like, also invested in me. But at the end of the day, it's also your time as well. And especially if you're doing this for a gap year, you really want to make sure you also value what you're doing during this time. If you are entering the psychology major, my advice is to make sure to reach out to your department advisors. It can be really hard to navigate this major because it is interdisciplinary. So, there are many specifications you can go down, and you just want to make sure that all of the classes you take and invest your time in, benefit you, but also count towards your major. It's a good idea to talk to these advisors, especially if you're interested in double majoring, picking up other minors, seeing how classes can count for a lot of different requirements as well. So honestly, just make the best out of this resource. It's honestly a resource that sometimes goes underused until it's too late. So yeah, reach out to your department. Go Bruins! Woo!